everyone, welcome to About Town. I'm Susan Stevens. You might remember the hit 1988 film Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, starring Steve Martin and Michael Caine. We'll see how MainStage is bringing that story to life with a musical adaptation. We meet a talented young Irving violinist and discover the artwork by Jaime Arredondo featured at the Irving Archives and Museum. Plus, in Feature Flix, we're keeping the Halloween spirit alive just a little bit longer with the review of Five Nights at Freddys. Based on the hilarious popular film, MainStage's newest production, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, a musical comedy, tells the story of two con men, Freddie and Lawrence, who make their lavish living by swindling rich women out of their money. They play a good game, but have they finally met their match?
Add two rival con men on the prowl in the French Riviera, and you've got Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, based on the 1980s hit movie of the same name.
The movie is a classic. It was still one of my favorite movies, and that's why I was so thrilled when they asked me to direct this.
The show kicks off MainStage Irving Las Colinas' 45th anniversary season.
It's basically about two con men, one who is very suave and seasoned. He's been doing this for years. Then you have the younger who is being mentored, who is still a con man, but he's rough around the edges. He doesn't have the suaveness and the elegance that Lawrence has.
Longtime Irving favorite Scott Barden steps into the Michael Caine role.
Lawrence is the established in this Riviera town, and Freddie is the young grifter, shall we say, character, and they cross paths.
If you want, I can show you the ropes. From what I've seen, a lot of women go for your type. Really? Sure, they like them older.
The Steve Martin role, Freddie, is played by Clint Gilbert.
He's just got his own thing going on. He thinks he's nailing it, and who can really say if he is?
And then they cross wires, and then it's that, oh yeah, I'll show you.
So the two rivals make a bet. Who will be the first to swindle one of the rich tourists? Throw in the mysterious grifter called the Jackal, and the recipe for intrigue and comedy is set. A classic script, great music and choreography, and a talented cast make this season premiere one to see.
Sit back and laugh and have a good time, because it seems like we have less opportunity in our world these days to just go be entertained and have a good time.
You walk away very satisfied by the experience. And I think, yeah, sharing that with other people is just like the most human and the most satisfying part of it.
Teach me, mold me, make me your clay.
This is Kathy Whiteman reporting.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, a musical comedy, is playing in the Dupree Theater at the Irving Art Center through November 18th. For tickets, visit irvingartcenter.com. Irving violinist Sahana Kumar is a rising star who at a young age has already accomplished a rare opportunity to perform on one of the world's most famous stages. We couldn't pass up the chance to hear her story and her music.
The sheet music is ready. The violin is cleaned and tuned. Sahana Kumar has been playing the violin since she was in 4th grade.
It's a pretty hard instrument, so I wanted to do something that was a little more challenging. And then I always thought it was really pretty.
Her interest in violin grew after joining the Lone Star Youth Orchestra.
I first joined when I was in 7th grade, and most of the orchestra then was high schoolers. So the music group playing was very difficult, and I remember after the first rehearsal, I thought I was gonna have to quit because it was really hard. Now it's obviously better, but the music we play is it's challenging, but it helps me grow as a musician.
Now Sahana is a freshman in high school who had the opportunity to perform on one of the world's most prestigious stages, Carnegie Hall.
Just awe, because the stage and the theater, the acoustics are so amazing, and then the orchestra was also so good.
Sahana applied for the Honors Performance Series, which is a competitive program that showcases talented student musicians on renowned stages across the world.
Last year I auditioned, I just sent in a recording of me playing the violin, and I got selected. So pretty much we went to New York, we rehearsed for 2 or 3 days. We also got to go around and see New York, and then the final day we got to go to Carnegie Hall, and we all performed as an orchestra.
The moment I walked into the auditorium, it was mind-blowing. And it was a huge hall with literally thousands of people, so that adds to the ambience, if you will.
It's an honorable accomplishment that makes a father and the city proud.
To my knowledge, I don't think there was anyone else from Irving, so at least for that particular performance. So that makes a difference in terms of representing your city, if you will.
I didn't really think about it like that before, but now that I think about it, that's really amazing, because when I didn't really think I'd get selected, so when I did, it was a big surprise, but I was also really proud.
Sahana plans to continue playing the violin and strengthening her craft, hoping to play on more prominent stages.
The video game franchise Five Nights at Freddy's has made its way to the theaters with a storyline created for the big screen. However, it might be more entertaining playing this game rather than watching it. It's a simple story and intriguing to anyone who spent their younger years at a Chuck E. Cheese. Mike is a troubled security guard who begins working at a closed-down Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. During his first couple nights on the job, he starts to notice suspicious behavior and discovers that the animatronics there are alive. But that's not the only disturbing fact about them. A more sinister truth hides behind these murderous robots. But will Mike be able to survive long enough to uncover the horrifying secret?
In the 80s, kids went missing. The police searched Freddys top to bottom.
Hello?
For fans of the game, this premise relates perfectly to the story, and audiences can easily follow. Performances are solid, and Josh Hutcherson does a fine job playing Mike. He's brooding and mysterious while empathetic and caring for his younger sister. The two only have each other, and he's doing everything in his power to make sure he provides for her, which explains why he would even consider still working at Freddys even after the chilling revelation. And due to a bloody start, the first half of the film hooks you in. Sadly, midway through, the plot takes a cheesy turn that comes with a dilemma of whether these robots are villains or heroes. It takes you out of the horror flow and never brings you fully back in. That, followed by a rushed second half, struggling to explain certain characters' storylines, fails to make the film thrilling or fun. I would say watch Child's Play or Megan if you want to see a silly but clever horror about products that shouldn't be coming to life. Five Nights at Freddy's won't stand out among other video game adaptations or even other horror films from this year, but it does have a few entertaining moments, and it might make you feel nostalgic enough to want to visit a Chuck E. Cheese. So I suggest catching this one at a matinee with the kiddos of age. Five Nights at Freddy's is currently playing. Check AMC Irving Mall and the Alamo Drafthouse Cinema Las Colinas for showtimes. Artist Jaime Arredondo is a MacArthur High School and University of Dallas alum who had numerous exhibits in the Southwest and in New York City. He's returned to his hometown to have his artwork featured in a special exhibition on display at the Irving Archives and Museum.
This fall, we're so excited. We are premiering an exhibit called The Popol Vuh, and it is a series of illustrations by artist Jaime Arredondo, and Jaime is an Irving native. And so it's just a wonderful work of art that explores the Quiche sacred text, the Popol Vuh, and helps tell the story, the creation story for the Mayan Quiche.
The Popol Vuh, just to give you a brief overview, is about two hero twins that have to go into the underworld known as Xibalba in order to save us, in order to save humanity and create the universe. One of them loses their heads and they actually end up playing ball with the head of one of the hero twins. In the end, they save humanity, they save us, but they create the universe in the end. So it's not just a mythological story, it's a cosmological story, and the difference is the cosmology talks about the birth or the creation of a universe. So it's inks on paper They're approximately 12 inches by 9 inches. Within the catalog, this beautiful catalog that we've just created is in Spanish, English, and Quiche, and there are also quotes within the story on the wall that are in Quiche. There are very few people that look like me and sound like me that are telling the story of a Native American community, brown people, and presenting it to the wider world. The other thing that makes this so significant is this is the first time that it's been introduced out into the public. For the most part, it's for the university community in New York City, NYU and the New School. But this is the first time that it's come out into the wider public. And so far, we've been getting really positive comments about the show. And I hope that all of your viewers can come and see the show. I think they would be really impressed and learn a lot.
Popol Vuh, the sacred book of the Quiche through illustration, will continue to run at the Irving Archives and Museum through February 4th. For more information, visit irvingarchivesandmuseum.com. From live music to cute furry pets, there are lots of exciting events to look forward to this month. Levi Gomez, our man about town, shares his fun suggestions.
Hi everyone, Levi here. The Lone Star Youth Orchestra opens their 25th anniversary silver season with minor masterpieces. It'll be an hour-long program that'll feature lesser-known pieces written in minor key. The show is November 8th at 7 p.m. here at Carpenter Hall. Come adopt a new best friend with Pets for Vets. It's free pet adoption for all veterans and active military. To qualify, you must submit proof of military service. Takes place here at the Irving Animal Care Campus all day, November 11th. Blue Christmas is having their pancake breakfast. It'll be breakfast cooked and served by Irving firefighters. The proceeds will go to Irving families in need during the holidays, plus a special appearance from Santa Claus. Takes place November 11th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Valley Ranch Library is hosting Game On for Teens. Teens are being invited to meet up for board games. It's a free activity for family and friends. Takes place here November 15th at 5 p.m. The entertainment series of Irving presents the Tejas Brothers, the original Tex-Mex honky-tonk band from Fort Worth, Texas. They're regarded as one of the best live acts in the state. Takes place November 17th at 7:30 p.m. here at the Irving Arts Center. The Preserve Halloween Festival is coming to Irving. They're keeping the Halloween season going just a little longer. There'll be celebrity guests, cosplayers, and Halloween vendors. Come have one last scare November 18th and 19th here at the Irving Convention Center.
For more events about town, visit irvingartcenter.com and the events calendar at irvingtexas.com. And that wraps up this edition of About Town. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to tune in next time as we visit the studio of a local metalworks artist, Larry Whiteley, and we attend the Irving Art Center's Lunch and Learn program to get to know an artist featured in one of their current exhibits. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Tell us about events going on around the community, people we should profile, or stories you'd like to see on the show. You can email us at ictn@cityofirving.org or connect with us on social media. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We'd love to hear from you. We'll leave you tonight with more music from Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, a musical comedy. For About Town, I'm Susan Stevens. Have a great evening.
The fashion plate I date'll give me hummers in my Hummer. The cash to keep me vital, the chicks to keep me vital, the pills to keep me happy even when I'm suicidal. Big stuff, nothing crass or crappy. Big stuff that would make me very happy. Big stuff, bring it on and make me snappy. Big stuff, I'm gonna get me some really classy shit. Like mink tracksuits.